Christian school choice is heading to the Supreme Court, and we are there as well in support of the parents and the students, because right now, well, what's happening is that the Supreme Court, they are taking a case that came in locally in Maine. Is that correct? In Maine?
Yeah, that's right. So in Maine, it's a rural state. So many school districts actually don't have a public high school. So what the state of Maine does is it gives vouchers or credits to the parents so they can send their children to the school of their choice. It doesn't have to be in that district even. It can be an out-of-state school. In our blog up at aclj.org, it even mentions it could be out of the country. They can use this money to send their kids to the school of their choice, but with one caveat. It can't be what they call a sectarian school. So no religious schools allowed with this voucher program.
And we've been talking about this kind of thing, again, for years. The ACLJ has been on the front lines supporting Christian schooling, and we are still there dealing with situations like these where Christian schools are what feels like throttled, held back just because of their beliefs and just because of their faith. And not just Christian schools, religious schools in general. And, school choice is a hot button topic. We've heard from the president. We've heard from, obviously, last year when we launched our whole initiative thing in Washington, D.C. There's a lot that goes on. School choice is a oddly hot-button issue for something that seems very common sense.
It's parents, not the government, that should have control for directing the education of their children. Clearly, they have the most vested interest. They know their children the best. And Logan, when parents direct the education of their children, it's no surprise that often they will choose a religious school. Those are the schools that have traditionally done very well. And if you look across the country, Logan, this is one of the things that is the most encouraging to me. School choice is winning. All across the country, from coast to coast, school choice programs are being passed in the state legislators. They are recognizing the benefit of them, and they are winning until you get to this case in Maine that you're talking about, Logan. We have to fight these challenges for the benefit of the students that are making these choices.
This is something the ACLJ has engaged in for decades. But at this case specifically, we filed an amicus brief at the appeals level. The parents that were filing this case, they lost at the appeals level. And then we also engaged at the stage where we were asking the Supreme Court to take the case. We filed another amicus brief. So we've already filed in this specific case twice, and we will again when the time comes up in the fall. We will file again because it's an important case. These parents, they need options. Many of them, they don't have the public school to use. There just isn't in these rural counties for high school. So they want to use this money the state's providing to go to the school of their choice. And that's fine unless it's a religious school. And that's just where the discrimination against religious teaching and religious schools, it can't stand.
This is a moment in time. This is an opportunity for school choice to win. We get these every once in a while on policy issues, but the pandemic clearly showed parents and students that school choice is a net good for them. Logan, this next year, this is why we're engaged in it. This is the opportunity to win it.